The girl smiled and stepped aside to let me pass.
Yes, I am Lesla. Nice to meet you.
I entered the room and looked at it. It is not very big. Same here, Lesla. She closed the door. I continued to look around the room. My new thought is that there isn't much room for a normal workout.
I know what you're thinking. I had the same thought. It's just that training is done differently here.
I watched Lesla as she spoke to me and began to explain to me the last thing she said.
This room is for meditating, concentrating your blessing, and transforming it into a powerful spiritual energy that you can put into practice on the training ground.
After saying those words, Lesla showed the objects that would be used and several others lying on the floor. Among them was a rug with a light blue humanoid figure drawn on it. In the center of the rug were a teacup and 2 cups. In the corner, I could see a small cauldron that seemed to contain incense, although I could roughly tell what it was from the smell.
It will help you meditate and concentrate. The incense is to maintain the state, since if you are just starting out you will not be able to master it perfectly.
I think there's some mention of that in Grandpa's stories. Hey Lesla, are you new or have you been here for a while? She sat down in front of me on the rug and grabbed a cup.
Yes and no. This place has been a refuge for me. This is the first time I've gone out to take classes.
Excuse me for asking, Lesla. Are you an orphan or were you sent to live here? He turned his head twice, denying both questions.
Neither one nor the other.
I'm left blank. What other option could there be? So, Lesla grabbed the teapot and poured a little into her cup and then a little into mine.
Believe me, it's one of life's mysteries.
With that answer, I'd rather not ask her any more questions. I don't want to make her uncomfortable or anything. I picked up my cup and started drinking the tea. Lesla did the same. We placed our cups on the mat, and I prepared to listen to Lesla's instructions.
Now focus on your blessing, close your eyes and channel it, feel it, let it flow, as if you were going to use it.
I understand perfectly. It reminds me a lot of training with Grandpa and my parents, although it's different because of things like the cups, the tea, the incense, and this room. Following her instructions, I closed my eyes and prepared to concentrate my blessing. As I did, I could feel my hands preparing to launch an attack, or concentrate the fire, even preparing for an aura or something. I continued with the multiple sensations until I finally opened my eyes suddenly. Nothing happened. Or did I not do it right? When I looked closely, I saw that Lesla was concentrating. It seems she was doing well. I closed my eyes again to concentrate and try, but it was no use. I don't understand what's happening. Is it normal for this to be the first time? My doubt was instantly resolved when Lesla opened her eyes and looked at me, confused.
Can't access?
I shook my head. She brought her right hand up to her chin, thinking.
How strange, everything is perfectly set up to happen, even he's a support for new users, and yet you couldn't do it.
So?
I don't understand why nothing's happening to you. You should be able to log in. I could do it. You should too. Would you mind if I called the professor?
That you should too sounds pretty strange. Could it be that we have a similar blessing? Lesla stood up and walked to a side of the room I hadn't seen before. In that area, I noticed a small table with a mini object on it. She grabbed it and looked at it.
This object is used to see if both people experience the entrance to spiritual art or if they were at least close, if not.
She grabbed the object with both hands and showed it to me.
According to this, you were able to do everything right except for the access.
The object is a solid crystal mini statue, which is glowing.
Both sides shine when both people follow the correct training steps. The left side represents me and the right side represents you, although it can also be the other way around.
She put the object in its place. I stood up and looked around. Is there a place where I can sit and read something or think? Lesla nodded and pointed to a semi-hidden door. I thanked her and walked to the door. It's camouflaged, no wonder I couldn't see it. I approached the door and realized that all I had to do was push it to open it. When I did, I entered the room. I thought it would be dark, but it was lit up for some reason. I looked around the room and found several things lying around. I ignored them and headed for a chair I found in the corner. I took my backpack off my back and placed it on the chair to open it and look for something. When I opened it, I confirmed what I thought, the grimoire was glowing. Also, I felt a strange presence, but more importantly, why's the grimoire in the first one glowing? Although now that I'm done, will the same thing happen to my sister? She's more skilled with spirits and the dead, but after all, I'm also skilled in that area. I'm going to text her to see if she has that problem too. I took my cell phone out of my pocket and turned it on to text her. Hi Hanae, how's your training going? A few minutes later, she replied,